I'm Aaron Gallo.
I'm Marty Hogan.
And I'm Eric Berry.
And we're from the Starfleet Escape podcast. And you're listening to another great Four-Eyed Radio product. For more shows, check out foureyedradio.com.
It's your good pal Steve-O from the 4i Radio Network. I'm here to talk to you about a wonderful designer we all know, Revenge Lover. Illustrates and designs that fit your personality. For samples and inquiries, please visit revengelover.com. And just do yourself a favor and tell him Steve-O sent you. I know it really doesn't count for anything, but I mean, come on. Who are you gonna trust? You gonna trust somebody else? No, you're gonna trust me, Steve-O. Because, face it, I'm awesome.
You know our love was meant to be. And I want you here with me from tonight until the end of time. You should know everywhere I go, always on my mind, in my heart, in my soul. Baby, you're the meaning in my life. You're the inspiration.
John, you're my inspiration.
You're who I think of when I hear that song.
Oh my Lord!
You look like how I feel when I'm with you.
Hopefully, we should have warned everybody to get some Kleenex. There's some motions coming out.
That's a strong start.
That's Chicago.
That is Chicago. How do you feel about Chicago? You like Chicago?
The city or the band? I feel about the same.
Yeah,
love
like
them both.
And we have
somebody that represents Chicago, but also represents the desert very well. Episode 59. Brothers Turner is ready to introduce you to our very first guest.
Very first guest. This is a big day.
This is a big day. I know we've talked about this in the past, actually, getting somebody on.
A lot of blue balls.
Wanted to make, a lot of blue
balls.
A
lot of build-up.
We wanted to make it an important person to us, and I think we chose wisely. Ladies and gentlemen of the Brothers Turner audience, let us introduce you to our good friend, Christopher Centanni.
What's going on, man?
How you doing, big guy?
I feel great. First guest.
First guest.
Chicago.
Gotta
very
feel
huge.
Chicago theme, kind of. Got to feel pretty special right
Exactly. You look great. Now, there's no cameras in here. You know, we're not doing a live cast yet. A simulcast? Simicast? Is that what it's called?
Simulcast.
You know what I'm... Simulcast.
Simulcast.
Yes. But you look great. I'd like to say that out loud. You do look good.
You got a Blackhawks hat on.
Dude, I'm looking like everybody's dad from the 90s.
You got, oh my God, yeah.
We failed to mention the shoes, yeah.
Yeah, your shoes are, you told me who they were.
Dude, Frank Thomas.
Woo!
Big Hurt
now,
box.
Are you kidding me?
Are you old enough to remember when these came out?
Dude, I'm old enough to have tried to buy them.
The Big Hurts, dude. They're called Big Hurts.
They're called Big Hurt. You can't, if you search Frank Thomas, you're going to get some weird results.
Yeah.
Big Hurt will bring these right up.
That is, now they're black and white. They look like zebras or maybe something someone at the Foot Locker might wear.
It was in the Reebok era when Reebok had just partnered with Shaq and Big Hurt.
Dude, Shaqnosis.
That was the same.
Shaqnosis.
I think that was like around the same year.
It had to be close. These are probably like, I don't know what, like 96 maybe? 95, 96?
I was going to say 95, 96, yeah. Because I think Shaq was still with the Magic when he kind of popped off with the Reebok ones.
Because the first editions were black and white, just like these.
Yeah, they were.
Man.
These are beautiful.
You're remembering a lot about this, and I'm liking it a lot.
It's because Shaquille O'Neal and Frank Thomas.
Shaquille O'Neal,
my two idols growing up.
Oh, you like Shaq too?
I loved Shaq.
Shaq's an important person.
We could talk about Shaq for a long time. I love Shaq. I was actually talking about. I'm going to keep going with Shaq. I was laughing about. Do you remember when he did the Kobe How My Ass Tastes.
Tell me how my ass.
So funny to me because he's like, last year Kobe couldn't do without me. The whole place goes crazy. He's just, Kobe, tell me how my ass tastes. Just over and over. It's the stupidest rhyme, but it's so funny.
It is so funny. He did Shazam, dude.
Yeah, that was important.
And Steel. Mm-hmm. You know, you could argue that Shaq really got the ball rolling on all these Marvel and DC comics.
He kind of did.
Steel. It was a Steel getting him in that movie.
Yeah.
He did. He started it. He made it a thing.
He made
get
it a
some
thing.
big people. Let's try to make big movies.
I saw both of those movies in theaters.
Did you see Steel in theater? I remember
sure.
Shazam.
I think I just saw it to
as
check
much
it
about
out.
Steel. I probably went with you. We were brothers.
I remember almost nothing about Steel other than Shaq was in it.
Yeah.
I do remember Shazam was actually, for some reason, tolerable.
Definitely.
People don't forget Shazam.
It still is today.
It stands the test of
I
time.
think I rewatched it last year. I was adult. It's still good.
You know,
It's hanging on.
There are some movies in the mid '90s that do stand the test of time, and I'll drop one on you right now, dude. When was the last time you watched True Lies?
Oh, yeah. I have not watched it in a while, but I'm sure
That was a good
totally holds a test.
dude.
of time.
Jamie Lee Curtis peaked in that film.
Oh, when she's in the
That's
room
a
and she doesn't
bold claim though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she might have
Peaked?
peaked. Yeah,
Peaked?
but
trading places.
she was a smoke show in that one, though.
I'm not saying.
You know what? She was actually she was on the downward spiral, but she might have found a little peak.
But yeah, what it was
For her
was
later
she,
years.
she had her second effort to surge back
Sure.
to the peak,
Right.
and she missed.
Yeah.
She fell.
But
Demi
that
Moore
scene,
striptease.
jumping around on that bed, you kidding me right now? That was important to me when I was 10 years old.
Cinema.
Yeah.
True Lies.
That was the first time I really laid eyes
And
on.
he's got and then you're like, how is he timing this out with the tape recorder so well? He's like, do it slow, do it lucid.
Dude, Bill Paxton in that movie.
Yeah.
Remember he pissed himself?
He's like, I got a little brick, man. It's pathetic.
Bill Paxton in every movie, though.
Dude,
I'm
we
a
were just
big-
talking about Bill Paxton.
Big Bill Paxton
He was in
fan.
Edge of Tomorrow. We were just mentioning that.
Oh my god,
And he was great in it.
Tom
I mean,
Cruise.
that whole movie was
You know who else was good? Tom Cruise. Good
Tom
in that movie.
Cruise is amazing.
He was, again, good in everything.
Should
Get
we
more
just
Tom
talk-
Cruise, Bill Paxton movies?
Oh, jeez, I hope.
Where's their buddy comedy?
Yeah, right? Where's their buddy comedy? Yeah, that movie was amazing. Tom Cruise coming out with Mission Impossible 5. It's
Gotta
not
see
called
it.
Mission Impossible 5, which I respect.
Mission Impossible Rogue Nation.
They're like now they're just like chapters because they're going 6 from what I've heard.
Really?
They'd be
Well, I mean,
foolish not to.
if Fast and Furious can go 7 and 8, then give me 8 Mission Impossible.
You know what? Those movies. Now that you say that, those movies are actually those franchises are way more similar than different too. There's two. Mission Impossible 2? Is that what it was called? Just
Right.
2?
With
That
John-
almost derailed the whole
They
damn thing.
yeah right
With John
But then-
Woo?
but then
Wasn't John
Phil-
Woo the director
John Woo,
and all the
Which is so
motorcycles?
because I'm like John Woo.
I love
than this.
dude
Somebody
Hard
must have-
Boiled.
Somebody must have messed with his thing.
Dude,
He must have-
Hollywood messed with this thing.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
just let
totally.
let Woo be Woo.
Dude,
You know,
John Woo.
Do you
Hard
do
Boiled?
Woo?
You ever see Hard Boiled with Chow Yun Fat?
dude, I own Hard Boiled.
Oh my god!
On Laserdisc, bro.
Anybody that hasn't seen Hard Boiled, check that one out, dude. That was like the first time that was one of those movies where, like those scenes, those just typical scenes where you're in an empty warehouse and there's 15 dudes that run in and he just dominates all of them.
And yeah, he's like, I don't have a choice but to kill.
I would then say,
White doves.
I mean, hard. Like you said, it was.
Doves.
He had doves in that movie.
That sealed the trademark, dude. You
That
can't-
was the trademark movie.
You cannot do a movie that involves John Woo and not
Dude.
expect some
doves, some white doves.
birds on set.
Chow
you know?
Yun Fat, dude.
That is true. And now, like you said, with the second one derailed, but Mission Impossible 3 got it back on track.
That
So
was
that
Seymour
is my
Hoffman.
I was
that's
gonna
my
say,
favorite one.
Philip Seymour Hoffman showed up.
You think I won't do it? The countdown. So you got any kids? Got any wife?
You got a wife?
I'm gonna find him. I'm gonna kill him.
gonna find him.
I'm so matter of fact.
Oh, so
I'm so
good.
done dealing
That's
with you.
first of all, that's two really good actors in like their wheelhouse.
Mm-hmm.
Philip Seymour Hoffman didn't do a lot of action movies, but he played that role perfectly.
It's because-
really good villain, and
It's because it wasn't that like over the top. I'm gonna conquer the world.
Right.
villain.
He was
It
still
was
his
that guy.
himself.
also a believable.
It was like a tortured soul, which is
Psychopath.
Philip Seymour Hoffman's
Yeah.
total
Oh,
wheelhouse.
dude, he was probably on the H train.
That's hard.
Yeah.
He was
R.I.P.
conducting it at that
R.I.P.
point.
to PSH.
Rest-
dude.
rest
He
in
was
peace.
conducting it.
He was running that.
He, I think I might have said this on this show. I think that's one of the best villains in an action movie. I think he's
Last 10
up
years,
there.
that's a really good role. I loved him in that movie.
I mean, you're never going to put him over Hans Gruber We were talking about this last week, I think.
Hans Gruber.
Hans Gruber.
Hans Gruber was important to me.
And Jeremy Irons as well, and the third Die Hard was pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
Simon says.
But honestly, though, I don't know. Philip Seymour Hoffman could have overtaken him.
Dude.
It's too
He was
real.
just
He's
crazy.
too real and believable.
Yeah, I agree.
God, that is so true.
But we digress.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Thanks,
yeah,
guys.
welcome, Chris.
Appreciate
You made a nice, strong entrance so far.
Sweet.
Tell us a little bit about yourself. You grew up here in Arizona?
Yeah, I was born and raised here.
I like that.
Was kind of
In the desert.
it's all right.
It's something.
I like the desert. I like here.
Did you, like, when you were a kid, I always think, like, we would be, in creeks or whatever. Were you up here climbing mountains? Were you, like, going up Camelback at, like, 9 years old?
No, man.
Those kids are crazy, right?
Well, yeah, that's ridiculous. See, my dad, he planted like a Midwest backyard.
Oh, there you
There's
go.
grass and trees. Dude.
Oh,
He said,
fantastic.
go outside and play some wiffle ball. You know what I mean? Do something.
Just like us back in the day. Drink out of a garden hose, maybe. Did you do something like
A lot
that?
of garden hose water.
Maybe lie to your parents about it. You're going to a movie.
Not that. I'm just saying, hose water for sure.
Definitely hose water.
In the summertime, that is just weird to me. Like, we're kids doing stuff. Where'd you go in the summertime?
Inside.
Yeah, inside.
We'd go inside.
Yeah.
And we'd stay inside.
Were you like gaming and stuff? Were you
Dude,
doing video
no,
games
man.
and
See, my
stuff?
parents wouldn't buy us video games.
So you just went inside.
Dude, what I did was I went inside. I learned
Watched-
how to woodwork.
Watched Hard Boiled about 100 times.
Yeah, 9 years
In a
old,
row.
watching Hard Boiled.
You did. You were whittling?
Dude, no, my dad was like he stayed home and my mom worked. It was like the opposite of the stereotype.
Mr. Mom.
Yeah, right. But he was like, hey, I got to do these woodworking projects.
Get in here.
So I started helping him, dude. I became a hell of a carpenter.
Are you?
Really?
Are you a
Yeah.
good
That's why
carpenter?
you were impressed with what we did with our garage.
That's
here.
what I'm saying. I looked at your garage. I'm like, that's some fine work in there.
Some fun
We
woodwork.
have
Oh, you
a-
did none of it? Oh, cool.
We have a home that has a living area that used to be a garage, and Chris thought that we actually
That we had taken the garage out.
We did not.
That didn't happen.
And
no.
we don't often talk about our humble abode here where we record. Chris, you've entered it, and you had some positive comments. You appreciate what we're going on, the interior decorating?
I love the vibe.
The vibe is important.
We've got a
vibes-
Bob Marley poster that's not up on the wall, but
But it's like, but why would it? Bob Marley
doesn't-
Bob wouldn't be all the way on the wall.
No
Yeah.
hang-ups. You know what I mean?
No hang-ups.
you can tell by walking in, we're not hung up on materialistic things.
Yeah, this
I
is
hope
us.
you know that.
And this is a house where people are loved
Yeah.
and good times are had.
Yeah.
You know what? He's not
Very
wrong.
true. He's not wrong at all.
We got vinyl
Record
records.
players are played.
You got a Bill O'Reilly book, but you balance it out with Rolling Stone. I'm
Yep,
looking at it.
exactly.
Rolling Stone.
And the
That's
content
that's
of
a
that
good
book
one there.
is
You might want to
Killing
hang on to
Kennedy,
that one.
which is
I'm
an
just
interesting.
saying, it's a very informed, middle of the road opinions.
Right.
There's no extremism.
It lets
And then
you
if
know-
you really want to dive into Pearl Jam, I've got a giant book here on Pearl Jam.
Dude, who doesn't want
You know what I'm saying?
Are
Yeah,
you?
if
What's
you ever
your
feel the
stance on
need
Pearl
to.
Jam?
Dude, I'm kind of in a weird zone with Pearl Jam. I kind of like the newer stuff more than the older stuff.
Hey,
John, what say you?
I like it all. I really do.
John loves Pearl Jam.
But I've been listening to a lot of the older stuff recently.
Like the grunge thing
Yeah.
didn't ever really catch on with me.
You're talking like Vitology. You're talking.
You're
like
talking
the
more
really
like
early
10?
stuff. Or you're talking.
Yeah, like 10.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking, whatever pillow on a head of concrete kind of stuff.
Yeah. You know what? I think they
Or head
definitely
on
they're a
pillow
band that
made
got
of
better
concrete.
and they weren't. I don't think they were grunge when it happened. They were trying. They were put into that thing, but they became more of a rock band.
That's what I'm saying. When they came out, whatever that record was, that had like the avocado on it.
Oh, that's their self-titled
So-
album.
oh yeah.
They call it the Avocado album because
Oh,
it's
do
an
they?
avocado on it.
All
Yeah.
right.
John knows.
Well,
It's all in that book.
I'll be honest with you. I started like, all right.
That's where that
I
was
see
the
this side
same.
of you,
This
Eddie.
was the same.
What was the hit on that album?
Life Wasted or Worldwide Suicide.
Worldwide
They were
Suicide
going to
is
do
good.
it. They were going to
Remember
make that a themed album about Bush and the war in Iraq. They
Didn't
were
do
against
the-
it.
The video with the animation.
Yes.
That was a cool video. I remember
Yes. And they were against the war in Iraq. And it's kind of about those feelings. And that's when I got into it, too. Because I liked Pearl Jam when I was a kid.
Yeah.
But my friend got me back into it about 2005. And then that album came out. And I was like, dude, these guys fucking rock.
Man, you're like, I shouldn't have left.
Yes.
The Pearl Jam.
And
thing.
then you go back. Pearl Jam's great. I'm glad you like them as well.
He's a big PJ guy.
Dude, when I was growing up, I didn't have any time for Pearl Jam. as an adult, I feel like I wasted a lot of years.
That's exactly how I feel.
I feel like I wasted a lot of years.
A lot of people gave up on him.
You force them on me, and I've definitely they've grown on me. I started at Vitology, and then I got to probably
Very good. Very good.
I got to continue to mature with my PJ knowledge. Music wise, though, you've got a nice background of you love music. First of all, in general,
I like it. I
You're a
don't
big
care
music
what
guy.
it is.
Do you trust somebody? Do you ever find these people that, like, I remember I was dating this girl for a little bit that just didn't like. She didn't have an opinion on music. Like, she would just listen to whatever. That's a deal breaker, isn't it?
Yeah, that is a no-go for me.
Yeah, like everything I was introducing to her was like, oh my God, I've never even heard this, or like, what is it? And I'm like, why have you not heard this?
Well, was she at least excited to hear it, or was she? I can deal with that, but if they're like, I don't care,
but the foundation of knowledge needs to also be there.
I just think when you get somebody who says, like, there's a difference. You know, when you ask somebody what kind of music you listen to, and they say, I listen to everything, right? And you're like, okay.
I always try and get to the next question.
Right. If they actually can give you, like you said, a little base of knowledge. Like,
Yeah,
maybe
I
they
need a
just
little bit of
generally
niche.
like
Where
some
you at?
music.
Right? Yeah.
But the worst is those people who are like, I don't know, I just listen to whatever's on in the background.
Or on the radio.
Like, dude, you gotta.
Oh,
are you listening to the radio?
You know what though? I've heard songs on the radio, been like, you know what? I like the vibe of this song.
Yeah.
I'm not going to download it.
I guess you're right.
Well,
Like, what's that one song
How
that
often
came
do
out?
you listen to the radio, though? I'm a sports radio guy if I listen to the radio.
You know what? At work sometimes we'll listen to the radio because me and this other guy will work together, and I try not to be like, try not to bogart the mic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'll say, like, you put on whatever you want. He puts on the radio, But
you
See, I don't
immediately
trust that guy.
resent him the rest of the
then
ride
you
to
trust
wherever
that
you're
guy.
going, right?
and here's the problem though. This is a perfect example. I know a guy. He's like, I love the Steve Miller Band.
Yeah.
And I said,
Who doesn't?
Yeah.
Yeah.
SMB, yeah, got it.
Yeah, I'm with you.
But then I was like, what's your favorite song? I was really just like, this is cool.
It's a lot to choose from.
He said Abracadabra.
Really?
And I said, that's like the one song that I would have not picked. That's my favorite. That was
Abracadabra.
strange to me.
But also,
What's yours? Do you have a favorite? Mine's Jungle Love.
No, you know what? Dude, Jungle Love
Yeah.
is do you like... Okay.
She
You like-
met me in somebody's island.
Jungle
That's
Love,
a good one.
Jungle Love's great, but it's been accused of racism in recent years, I found out.
Jungle
Really?
Love is
Well,
implying.
Jungle Love
But-
in
but
general.
But hey,
What
it's
if
a
that's
fun loving.
genuinely what he likes?
Yeah,
You know what? That's a great point, Chris.
that is a fun track. That's a good song.
But I also understand people who might find it racist.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the beauty of music. You don't have to like it.
I think that's the beauty of the way that you two and myself think as well. I think that we can see both sides.
Yeah,
You
I'm
can,
open
like-
to having a discussion about almost anything.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that you're like, I'm not like, which can sometimes be annoying to people because they're like, well, stand for something and like this. I'm like, I can just kind of like, I can
do.
understand how both people might feel.
I stand for hanging out and being friends.
Yeah,
I don't need to divide the room.
Right.
Right.
Dude, I had almost I went a little too hard on this dude at work
Happens.
earlier this
Yeah.
week because he said he saw Pixels and he was like really standing by it. This is the new Adam Sandler film. And
That's the video game
And I
one,
was
right?
like, dude, he kept bringing it up. He brought it up maybe let's say 3 times in the morning saying like, "Oh, with Pixels, this what happened." He's kind of quoting the movie. I looked at him on the 3rd time. I was like, dude, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. I'm never going to see Pixels.
That's fair.
And I do not like. I hate Adam. I resent Adam Sandler now, which sucks because I remember what he was. But like, I don't know. But I did step away because I was like, you know what? He can like Pixels. That's fine.
his life, dude.
That's
Right.
his life,
Exactly.
dude. If that's what you like, I shouldn't judge you for it because he's still an amazing dude. I actually like.
You probably like some things that he's like, what the fuck are you talking about? But he's
Right.
not going to say that
Well,
to
we
you.
both like Les Mis, so we've got that.
Do you?
Who doesn't?
Yeah.
I know.
You need...
Steve Miller Band, Les
Les Mis,
Mis,
dude.
Pearl Jam, Die Hard.
Oh my god.
All the
That's
shit.
pretty much
Die
4
Hard.
things.
Wow. Those are 4 universal things that everybody should
4
like.
universal truths.
But and then,
One day more.
hey man,
Sorry.
you're preaching to the choir.
Break the speakers.
And then, so other than that, though, Steve Miller Band, you like classic rock.
I love classic rock. I like
You like Jimmy Buffett, which
or
I
dad
love about
rock.
you.
That's what I was gonna say.
Dad rock,
which
yeah.
Everybody.
Out in that garage. I'm sure you were out there whittling some wood with some dad rock
That's where
on.
it came from, dude.
Yeah.
My dad had cassette tapes
Yeah.
that had ELO,
Yellow Band.
the Doobie Brothers, Ozark Mountain Daredevils. Not a ton of people know them.
I'm not too familiar. Maybe
You know
I've
what?
heard a
It's-
song.
I think they were a little
Is that a hit?
too, Jackie Blue. If you look it up, you'd be like, "Oh, I heard this before."
Right.
They never got huge, but my dad really liked them.
Okay.
That's all that matters in the garage, right?
I already like your dad. Taking a
Your dad
stance on
sounds amazing. What's your dad's name?
What's their name?
Ozark Mountain Daredevils.
Are they from like Arkansas or
Oh,
wherever the
real-
Ozark?
the
Ozarks
problem
are-
was-
Ozarks are in Missouri.
I think they were.
I think they're in Missouri, you're
I
right.
think the problem is.
So the Cardinals, they lost tonight.
They did.
Go
Reds
ahead.
just
Sorry.
took a
No,
series
I
from
think
the
they were a
Cardinals.
little too. What do you want to call it? Maybe a little too backwoods, a little too hillbilly to really
Okay.
break through.
Where's your father from originally? Is he a Chicago guy?
My dad is from it's 30 minutes outside Chicago, east
Yeah.
of Chicago, Elgin.
Oh, familiar. I'm
Yeah.
familiar.
Elgin, is this still in Illinois or is this in Indiana?
No, it's in Illinois.
No, it's like straight.
just
It's
east.
straight.
Okay.
West.
West, because East would be in the water.
I'm sorry.
Right.
No, but
That'd be a cool place to
Is
be
it
from,
straight
though.
west? Or is it a little bit
it's
south?
like it's a little south. It's,
yeah.
it's just
Elgin.
I'll pull it up on a map. 'cause
It's all Google.
Elgin Baylor.
Elgin Baylor hails from that. That's they named it
That's
after.
why they
Elgin
named it
Baylor.
after that guy.
I get it.
But I like these Chicago guys. A bunch of my friends. Now we're from Cincinnati, as you know. I'm sure we've forced that upon you
Have I told you
over the
before?
times that we've
have?
hung
Well,
out.
no.
Now the Midwest, it works that way. You either stay in Cincinnati or stay where you're at, or if you're in the Midwest, you move to Chicago.
You leave. Yeah.
Do you not? You go to Chicago because that's where it's happening.
right.
Oh yeah.
Chicago is a
big,
big. A lot of my friends are in Chicago.
Yeah, a lot
Big
of
shout
your
out to my
friends listen.
Chicago friends. Love you guys.
A lot of them listen, dude.
Love the
Thomas,
Chicago guys.
Parsons,
Miss them a
Sweet,
lot. They're
Philly P,
far, far away from me, and I miss them.
Schmugs.
Schmugs and Garrett and Max live in Chicago. Just went to the wedding with them in May. Great
Oh, okay.
times. Great times.
He's called this wedding back every episode.
Yeah.
He had a
it
great
was a
time
good
in
wedding.
Detroit.
Yeah, it was
That's
the
true.
best wedding I've ever been to. It was great.
That's a hell
That's
of a
what,
wedding.
you've said that too. Yeah, you stand by it. At least you stand by it. You haven't wavered on that.
Yeah.
It's impressive.
Great wedding. Sticks
We
with
just
you.
saw the bride.
We
Last
did
night.
last night. Those two, they were pretty drunk, huh?
I was pretty drunk last night.
How about when a girl comes up, or they did that. They did this one where it is obvious to everybody in the room that they do not need another glass of wine. And they come up like, well, more! And you're like, hey,
that's the
you know what? Why don't we,
No, they like to drink, which is good.
I love it. I love that about
Yeah,
them.
and they can
love
handle
that.
it pretty well.
Yeah.
I've seen
Honestly,
much
better than
worse.
I've seen girls who are
Oh yeah, no,
horrible
they
after
actually
as much as they
handle it-
drank.
They handle it pretty well, actually.
Yeah. They're fun, too. You can have a conversation with them.
Right. Yeah, we got pretty good and drunk last night.
That's good.
Yeah, it's important.
Also, I stand corrected. It is west.
Straight west.
It is
yeah.
west
It's
of...
my fault. I should have known that.
That's fine.
It's embarrassing.
Well, the east is the Lake Michigan.
That's what I was like.
Yeah,
I
that'd be
swear it was
that'd be an
east.
interesting story if
But
your
I was
dad
like,
grew
I
up in the
swear
middle
it
of
was
Lake
In the
Michigan.
middle of Lake Michigan.
I don't know why. I was like, I swear it was east.
Right.
And then I'm like, maybe it's like southeast. You know what I mean?
It's
like
west.
kinda down,
Gary, Indiana.
But I'm like, it is
You don't wanna be in
absolutely
Gary.
directly west.
Right.
That's super embarrassing. I didn't remember. So.
Do you spend some time? Like, do you guys go back a lot?
We do. I haven't
You
gotten
were
to go
there.
back.
Weren't you there this year, or was that last
No,
year?
I went to Boston last year.
That's
But
cool.
I didn't get to go to. I never get to go. My parents just went back.
Chicago.
Yeah, and they were like, it was great.
That's the worst. Oh,
was
it's awesome.
amazing.
Yeah, you probably would have had a
Summer-
fantastic
Summertime
time.
Shy, dude.
Dude, they're like, guess
Summertime
what?
Shy is the best.
My dad's like, they still got Blackhawk stuff everywhere. You would have loved it.
Oh.
It was the best thing.
And aren't you like, Dad, why didn't you
How
pick
was,
me up some of that stuff that you're
oh, he
talking
did.
about right now? Oh, he did? Hell
he,
yes.
he brought back some.
Did you get this hat?
I bought this hat on
Yeah, you did.
eBay.
What's your father's
Cash.
What's your father's first name?
Scott.
Scott
Also my
Centanni.
middle name.
Okay.
Fantastic.
See, we got one of those.
I went with my father's name is James. That's my middle name. Look at that.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
It's important.
My middle name's Scott, just so everybody
Where'd
knows.
that come from? Do we know? Have you
Byron
asked
Scott.
anybody?
Big fan of...
my dad.
Byron
Actually.
Scott?
Yeah, no, I'm
It
kidding.
came from, yeah.
from Chris's dad, actually, yeah.
Where did you, your middle name kind of popped out of nowhere? John, you're named after our
My,
John Joseph Moody.
yeah, my grandfather, John Scott
Hell of
Turner.
a model American.
Sounds like I could be
Rest
running
in peace.
Sounds like it.
He's a
running
good dude.
for office, don't you
We never
think?
met him, but
John
he's a good man.
Scott Turner. Nice to meet you.
Michael James Turner. I could run for office.
Certainly. That's all you need is a name, right?
Yeah.
No ideas or...
Here's the problem.
Let's
See,
Or
see.
views.
Well, Trump's
Yeah.
got some ideas.
Remember, we'd be on both sides. We'd be right in the middle like, hey, man, I
I'm
kind of
just
see
trying
what
to have
he's
a
saying. Yeah,
I'm just trying to have fun to be friends.
exactly.
What if that was your platform?
Yeah.
Look, hey, I like domestic beer. I love the Steve Miller Band. And
Dude,
I'm
who
just
wouldn't
trying to
vote for this guy if you really think about it? I like Die Hard.
Of Pearl Jam you're into.
Yeah.
Both eras.
You know, because there are some bands that actually are kind of defining. Like Phoenix just had this band out here, and I think that's always kind of it tells you a lot about a person. Rush, people that really like Rush.
Dude, I kind of love Rush.
Do you? Isn't it one of those things that you either kind of love or you like? I never got into it.
You can't.
I know the hits, but that's
it's
about
too hard to be in the middle ground on Rush.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
there
saying.
is no middle ground.
Yeah, they're like
it's either love or not
polar
even
opposites.
hate. You gotta love them.
I don't think Rush, but they also, you're right, they have a weird setup where it's like you either love Rush like,
Right.
obsessively.
We have no idea who
or
they
you're
are.
You're
just
happy
like,
for them, but you don't
It's like, yeah, they don't do it for me.
Nobody really hates
Nobody
Rush.
hates
you know why?
Rush.
Yeah, that's true.
You know why, though? It's because they never did anything to anybody.
They just
They
rocked
just
out,
played.
dude.
They did what they wanted.
You know why? Because they would never do anything to anybody. Because they're Canadian and they're
That's
nice
what I'm saying.
people.
They
They're very
had to,
polite.
Guys,
They're
we're
very
playing
polite.
this song about some trees.
Yeah.
If you guys are into it, that's awesome, because so are we.
If
Get
you're
on
not,
board.
then
If not, you didn't have to buy it.
that's
Don't
not
get
for
excited.
you.
Isn't-
Yeah.
What don't they have one of the better like drummers ever or something like that?
Neil Peart.
Isn't
That
he
dude-
like an
Incredible, and he's
epically-
got like a huge set, and apparently the musicianship is what sets
next level.
Rush
Is
apart.
that what it is?
They
I
are
heard
playing
just
these
rocked
things,
out in
yeah.
Phoenix, dude.
Dude,
I
and they
heard they
have-
just
Really?
Yeah, I read a review. They were like, dude, just murdered.
Well, it's like
people.
the same three dudes since like the beginning.
Right.
40 years now.
So you
And
got to
the
get
thing
better
is,
over time.
They never had, this is gonna be the weirdest part. They never had like a drug abuse problem.
Canadian.
They never exactly. They were
Yeah.
just chill for 40 years.
Hanging
Like,
out, best friends,
What's
playing
another
music,
Canadian-
writing
is there any
songs.
other Canadian band?
Neil Young is
Neil
Canadian.
Young's Canadian. But he.
But you wouldn't know it because he's always inserting himself into our situations.
That is very
politically.
true, yes.
Very-
But I respect.
Southern man better.
He just, it's kind of like, hey, why don't you worry about your stuff?
Yeah.
Neil, I think he
Southern man
forgets.
don't need
Yeah, I
him
think he
around,
totally
yeah.
forgets that he
Exactly.
is. That is that's great stuff. Neil Young and Leonard Skinner, that back and
It's a
forth.
good rivalry.
I like that. That doesn't. Well, I guess it happens in rap now, but these are on mixtapes and stuff.
Drake and
but
Meek
these
Mill.
are like two songs that were at the top of the charts.
Jesus.
One is talking about Southern Man, and Skinner's like, you know what? You want to talk about us? Here we come with Sweet Home Alabama. I hope Neil Young will remember a Southern man don't need him around anyhow.
Right.
It's real beef.
Yeah, that's real
stuff.
beef.
It's real beef.
There was a rumor that he's buried in a Neil Young T-shirt. What's his name?
I think it'd be great.
The lead singer. I
it'd be
think he
very
is.
appropriate because of
That's
respect.
the myth that he's buried in a Neil Young T-shirt.
That's interesting.
They were fans of each other's bands. They just didn't like. You're gonna say this about where I'm from? Fuck you.
Really.
It's weird.
I like
they
that.
they totally dug each
I
other.
Loved him, but
I
he
never
was.
really
but he
dove
was
into that.
like, you're not gonna say that about where I'm from.
But
You're
Right.
from fucking Canada.
But I mean, honestly, I
Go
can't
back.
put Confederate flags on my T-shirts
Yeah.
and not say something back to you.
Oh man. And if you also listeners, if you're laughing at any of these things that Chris is saying, I forgot to mention, we know Chris. He's a comedian here in Phoenix, along with myself. We like to call ourselves comedians every once in a while. We
When
try
did you
jokes
guys?
out.
When did you guys cross paths?
I believe right when you started, I was probably only a few months in. Maybe you might be a little bit behind me on starting.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely behind you, but I think it's like 4 or 5 months. or
Yeah, it
something.
was.
It's
It was
not a
right
long
around the
time.
same time at the
Over
Ice
at
House,
Stennis.
probably.
I think the first time I ran into you was Ice House, and then we crossed paths again at Monkey Pants, I think.
Can we
Monkey
talk about
Pants.
how
Yeah,
amazing
I'll
the Ice
remember-
House
yeah,
is?
I remember seeing your set at Monkey Pants, and I was like, yeah, and we talked on the patio, and I
Yeah.
was like, dude, that was fucking funny. And then we realized that we were kindred spirits,
Amen.
and we've been pretty good friends since.
Yeah,
I like to
absolutely.
think, yeah.
An organic friendship.
An organic friendship, you're
Nothing
right.
forced
Nobody
on me.
was nothing was forced.
It's good, man. It's always nice when you meet someone, especially at our age now, and you're like, I don't know if I want to meet any new friends. And then you meet someone and you're like, dude, this guy, I could hang out with this guy a lot, I think.
I just heard somebody was telling a joke out in L.A. This past, like when I was out there a couple weekends ago, and they were saying how you can't trust somebody that you after like I think he was saying like maybe 27 or 28. You don't add new friends to your life.
No, you've got
that's it.
Yeah.
Because then it's weird. Because it's like then you start bringing this new guy around and you
Yeah,
come
dude,
to a
who the
party.
fuck
It's
is
like,
this
are you
guy?
fucking Doug? Dude? Are you fucking this dude named Doug? What are you doing? Like, why are you bringing some new dude around?
Well, it's like
This is my new friend named like you know.
Weird are you,
everyone has
dude?
a new friend. What it is, dude, is it's like a baggage thing. When you're 15, you don't care if they had a stupid life. You're like, God, so have I.
Yeah.
They haven't had enough time to really rack up some serious problems.
Yeah, they got some shit they want to talk
By the time
about.
you're 28, dude, you got like some guys are divorced already.
Yeah, and then
Got
you
like a
got to hold
kid.
on to that too.
And you're like, dude, I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've gone through my own shit too.
Yeah, I got
I don't
my
need to
business.
hear all your stuff. I've heard all my buddies' stuff, and I got a girlfriend on top of that. She's talking to me all the time.
Exactly.
there's a lot of
You
stuff.
think I need to add another friend?
I
don't think
need
so.
You.
I don't need you. And you know what? You don't need me. let's walk away.
That's true. It's fair. It's
you
a two-way street.
And
wanna deal
also
with
in
this.
the comedy scene, don't you think? I'm not really good friends with. Like I've been in the comedy scene in Phoenix for like 3.5 years since I've been doing it, and we're not really good friends with anybody. We're all a little weird. Comedians are, but like also you know, I don't know. I keep everybody at arm's length. I don't know why that is. I find that I just don't need to be super good friends with them. I work with them all the fucking time, and I see them all the time. So I only have a couple that I really actually like, kind of can talk with, and you know, maybe go out and get a beer with afterwards. You're definitely in that small circle, Chris, which is important to me.
Yeah.
I saw you at Jimmy Buffett Margaritaville in Las Vegas.
Dude.
Did you?
Was
I'd like to hear that story.
That was a great day.
It was March Madness.
When were you guys there?
Yeah, me and my girlfriend went for like an anniversary thing,
Okay.
but neither one of us thought it through that it might be March Madness that weekend.
So, yeah, perfect weekend.
But-
oh, my God.
And you know I'm there.
You had thought it through, yeah.
I am
But
there.
dude, my girlfriend was way ahead of the game, way smart, dude. She set us up on the old strip.
Which is
So the
it's
March
a good
Madness
call.
people like weren't there, you know. We got a cheap room.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
It was a super crowd. She was way
Where'd
ahead.
you
of
play
the
at the Golden
Don't,
Nugget?
isn't this crazy how these girls
Oh
think?
yeah, we went there.
And then where'd you stay?
Oh, I'm sorry. That's probably what you asked.
Yeah, no, I said where'd you play, which which does make sense.
But no, we stayed at this place. I'm not gonna, Gold Spike or the Oasis or something. It's like
Is it in the front on Frontier or whatever it's called?
Fremont?
What's that street called?
I think it's Fremont.
It's
Yeah, you're right.
just outside of like one half a block
Okay.
outside. This dude bought like an old apartment complex or something.
Just turned it
Turned
into
it. They're
whatever.
just crash pads. There's
Oh,
not
yeah.
even TVs in the room.
I like that.
It's like free Wi-Fi, a bed, and a toilet.
That's
all
all
you
you
need
need. In
in
Vegas,
Vegas.
God,
They
that's
say.
seriously
That's what
all
they
you
say.
need. That
Like,
is
we got a
all.
pool with full service, but we
all
know
you
you're
need.
probably not going to be here very much.
Yeah, because you're gonna go ham-bound.
There's like a bus. It's like $8 for the whole day that'll take you to the new strip.
Yeah.
And I hopped right on that.
But dude, yeah, I saw
went
you.
to
I saw you
Margaritaville?
were in Vegas, I think on Facebook or whatever, and I messaged you. And yeah, you were going to Margaritaville, which is a happening
Important.
spot on the strip.
How do you feel about the song Fins?
It's a great song. I didn't really know what else you were looking
Came
for.
down from Cincinnati.
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
Dude, look. Did you know the one in Arizona closed?
yeah, I did.
Are you upset? Are you okay?
Oh, dude, I literally
seem
was
upset.
like, I'm moving. It's it.
Where was the one in Arizona?
Out at Westgate.
And you would go a lot.
Well, not a lot, but I would
Weekly.
go. I
It's
would
called
go.
weekly.
No, I would go, and I would make plans, and I'd be like, look, guys, I can't hang out this weekend.
I'm going to
I
Margaritaville.
got a 45-minute drive.
I need to find
Oh,
my
it's so
lost
deep.
shaker of salt.
So deep.
That's what I need to do. I imagine, I've never been to one, but I imagine they're blaring Jimmy Buffett.
Dude, Jimmy Buffett, Zach Brown Band.
ZBB.
Bob Marley.
Yeah.
A lot of low-key vibes.
And
Yeah,
you're just
it's-
drinking, you're eating.
It's built to look like you're sitting in a boat. I mean, it's real.
It is a different
It
vibe.
does sound
What do you
nice.
call it? Corny, maybe? I'm willing to
But if
I
it's
would
something
say-
you
what I
like,
was
it's not corny
describing
to
it,
you.
I was saying it's moderately, it's overpriced moderate food with Jimmy Buffett blaring in the background.
that
But
would be,
the
Sounds like every
ambiance,
party
that's
I've
pretty
ever thrown,
accurate.
dude.
that would be totally fair.
But the vibe is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And
Jimmy
the
Buffett is
margarita
on in the
keeps,
background.
keeps flowing. Yeah, Jimmy Buffett.
Fins might come on at any
Fins,
moment.
yeah,
Vince
exactly.
comes
You know what I mean?
on just about every hour.
They'll charge you $2 more than maybe you look at the price and you're like, that should be $2.
You know, last year in Cincinnati, he played it twice. He opened and closed with Fins.
Yeah, well. Then
She
that was
came
a good one.
down from Cincinnati.
we need that in
Makes sense.
Cincinnati.
Yeah, that's important, dude.
Yeah.
But Margaritaville, though, it's a vibe. It's a feel.
That's what I'm about.
Yeah.
I'll pay extra for how it makes me feel.
I like that you went to. I would have liked more had you been walking by or into a Margaritaville in Vegas and just happened upon it.
Right.
That would have been great. And he was like, he's got like a giant blue
What was that?
drink.
Was that wearing a Danny Fortson jersey
You're
or something?
definitely wearing a Cincinnati.
It's March Madness. What are you gonna do?
The Bearcats were on.
And we had just won. That was a big game.
I think I just won a bet, and I think I was like it flush in the money.
You
at that
honestly looked like you'd had a really good couple hours. So I believe.
I think
that.
Isn't
I
that
just come
great?
off a
In
nice
Vegas,
heater,
when
yeah.
you win and you're like in that drunk zone, you're just in. It's one of the places you can be in the best possible mood you could ever think you'd be in.
Yeah.
And you can also be in the lowest place as
It's
well.
hard for me to understand though the guys who go to Vegas and have no fun. Like it's
Yeah.
always dark.
Yeah, they're in the room and just
Dude,
like, oh,
I always have a dark morning.
You have to.
The morning is like, ooh, am I here still? Also, that trip
That
I
is a weird
stayed,
feeling.
I stayed Oh, it was way too many days. Dude. Was it 3 or 4 days?
You had to be there. You had to be there for 4.
I was for 4 days.
Because I remember you wrote day 3.
Oh, that was
3.
funny. You were doing that on
Day
Facebook.
3
that Facebook
post?
post?
Yeah. Oh, that was a
Day
strong
3
one.
post was definitely screen captured and saved.
That was a funny.
Didn't you say something about like the woman muttered? It was the closest thing I felt to a live or a conversation in days.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about the one where you were like,
I almost
like-
killed the.
no,
the,
it's been
the
light
maid.
the whole time, but I have yet to see the sun.
Yeah, exactly. It's been bright the entire time, but I've yet to see sunlight.
Everybody knows that feeling.
Oh, dude, Vegas is a
And
tough
reading
time.
it, I was like, this is some Hunter S. Thompson.
Yeah, right.
He's
Some
gone.
noir
He's
shit.
gone, dude.
He's gone. We've lost MJT.
Vegas is a crazy place. And then I just texted him.
I'm
Like,
going
you
to
AG? Question mark. You just hit me back with AG.
AG.
Because in Vegas, you know you're not going to get a
All
big
good.
response from your brother, but you do want to know that, hey, did you make it through the night? Because I know how it gets up there.
Yeah.
That's a
Things
long...
happen.
It was
Las
tough, dude.
Vegas.
I won so much on the basketball betting that week, but I lost so much on the tables and shit. It was a tough time.
Dude,
Vegas will get you. If you stay that long, you're not going to win. You never
Hell
win.
no. You want to go for 2 nights top.
I think 2 nights is perfect.
3 is bad.
3's way too many.
Yeah.
3 is the day where it all goes.
That's what happened.
You stay there. If you stay there 3 strikes, you're out, dude. Vegas is a
I don't
town.
know why I never learned. Also,
3 strikes, you're out. You get 2 days to rack up the cash and get the hell out of Dodge.
That
Get
day
out.
3, you're just looking around like, I don't know
Just
what.
hope
And then
that
you're
you peak
timid,
after
you're
2.
betting all
Day 3, you
crazy.
wake up and they can smell the blood.
Oh.
you saw me prime time though. Yeah, Margaritaville. I was peaking.
Dude,
Everything was downhill.
I was on
I lost-
mushrooms.
I was actually on mushrooms.
I lost a lot of money.
Did you?
At Margaritaville.
Yeah.
What?
To a bartender.
No.
Oh, just like
I
spending.
was like, dude,
just
Gave it away to a bartender.
like strawberry margaritas can you have at this
Those are
table?
dangerous, dude.
And then this dude came up, and he's from Chicago.
I think I had a land shark when
And
I
he was
saw
a
you,
Land Shark.
which is
It's
good.
so good.
It's a good beer.
And he was like, hey, you root for the Cubs or the White Sox? And I was like, first of all, I don't know why you're making me pick. They're in different leagues. I can root for both, but if you're making me pick the White Sox.
Oh, that's
In Chicago, they will make you pick.
I think you should pick.
But it's
I
the
would
class
stand on the.
system.
It is,
Class
but
system, we
I mean,
talked
I've never
We
lived there, but
talked
in the
about
time I was there, like some of them root for both, but normally they're like, "Hey, fuck you."
I know, dude.
It's a lot of fuck you both ways.
But I think what's important to realize, if this is a side tangent, let me just have
Oh,
this
sure, yeah,
speak.
go,
Dude,
go, go,
have
please,
it.
please
Have
speak
it.
to the people.
I think
Speak to the
I think
people.
if somebody said to me, which team do you root for in Chicago? I would say both, because they're both the Chicago squad in their respective league.
They're
right?
representing Chicago.
But when they play the Crosstown Cup,
That's the question.
when they
Who you
play
rooting
against
for?
each other, I'm going to tell you right now, because it's just regular season games, I say whoever needs to win more.
Wow.
But if they ever meet in the playoffs, like the World Series, for any reason, I would wholeheartedly pick the White Sox.
Okay.
I always root for them.
If they were in the World Series, so you'd go White Sox.
If the World Series was being played and the Cubs were playing the White Sox, I would pick the White Sox.
Then you're a White Sox fan.
I'm a White
Yeah,
Sox fan.
See, I think that's the answer.
Yeah. Oh, I'm definitely more of a White Sox fan, much more than a Cubs fan.
These
but I would like
Cubs-
to see the Cubs do well.
Okay.
That's how I feel. About it.
Okay. Now,
that
we've
make
said
sense?
some pretty disparaging stuff on this podcast about the Chicago Cubs.
But you
Mainly
wanna-
their
but
fans.
you know
I
what,
would-
though? Oh, the Cubs fans are kind of a joke.
Yeah.
And they have zero respect for Cincinnati, who has shown them up, whatever I'm looking for. many
Beat them up
times.
many times.
Dude, we had
Cincinnati's
Cincinnati.
always a
we
formidable opponent.
we
We
beat you
always-
And they come
guys.
in like, oh, we're playing the Reds again.
Dude, we were beating you guys at like a 700 clip the last like 5 years up until this year. You guys have gotten us this year.
Getting us this year.
You know
But
what?
I'll give you that.
No, dude, but here's the thing. People at Cubs games, every time I've gone to a Cubs game when I was younger, I loved it.
Right.
When you're 8 years old, you're like, man, this is cool.
Yeah, someone just poured a whole beer on me.
I watched Sammy. I did get a beer on
I'm
me.
sure you did.
I
Couple
Yeah.
watched
of
Sammy
them.
Sosa hit a triple.
Absolutely.
Damn, Sammy Sosa got to third.
Which in later years,
That was impressive.
I witnessed a miracle.
Yeah, that
I
guy
would
is
never-
not running fast,
would
and he
have
went all the way to
I
third.
don't even believe you.
Did he
He
get
was-
stuck?
I
In,
did-
you know what I
did he
mean?
get
No,
stuck in the
I'm like,
ivy?
are
What
you
happened?
serious right now?
Was it a home run?
Yeah, it was.
And he
it
just
was
stopped
one of
at
those
third?
where He hit it and
Bounced
admittedly-
around.
Admittedly, I think it was a scorekeeper's discretion triple.
Well,
Okay.
they have
Yeah.
to. They have to be able to. Sometimes they kick away and it's still a bad play, but if they don't touch it, then it's a triple.
It was.
An outfielder error is Tough luck.
I like that.
Is
You gotta go out of your way.
Like,
You gotta
wow,
go out
dude.
of your way to do
You're
it
just
out.
standing out there. You couldn't get it
It's gotta
in.
touch your glove though to
I
be
think
in.
it's one of those where it caromed weird off the wall,
Yeah.
and then the ivy snagged it.
Okay.
So the guy
Now,
just
this
really
was-
had no play on it.
Right.
Oh, man.
But
Wrigley Field is a magical place. I'll say that. That's a.
I
I've
think
been to Wrigley. I saw the Reds won when I went.
There you
One
go.
time.
There you
That was
go.
kind of
Field-
neat.
Wrigley Field is a gorgeous field, and I love going there.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, man.
I like to watch the game. Maybe that's why Cubs fans frustrate me.
Dude.
It frustrates
I
everybody
hate-
because
they
someone
wanna-
who goes to watch the
they wanna
game,
take
they're just
selfies
fucking.
and they want
And they're, dude, pop fly, routine pop fly to left.
It's
Dude, they're
gone.
screaming like it's gone.
It's gone.
Yeah, it's
That
it's
is
on
a
the
can of
streets
corn.
in
It's a
Waveland.
can of corn.
Yeah, kidding me? Second baseman just grabbed it.
Yeah. Yeah, it didn't even. The
It
second
barely
baseman
got out of the
wave off
infield.
You guys will have to tell me. Harry
There.
Carey, remember? That wouldn't be a home run in a phone booth. You would say that, but the fans were on their feet already.
Dude.
I know, because
It's
they're
very-
drunk and they hear they're not. Here's what it is: they're,
They're
not
not paying
looking at
attention.
the plate, and they hear the crack of the bat, and they see it in the air, and they're like, "Boom! Oh my God, that's a homer!" And then they're
Yeah.
sitting back down like, "Thought it was a homer." Give me
Like I
another
said-
old style.
Dude,
I
that's the
respect
problem.
old style.
Old style. Look, I told you. I love Wrigley Field. I love old style.
Yeah, you do. Look
I
like
love
a
the
guy.
Cubs.
Yeah.
But they got some fan problems.
They
new-
have serious fan
the,
problems.
the new bleachers. You seen the bleachers?
They look nice.
They used to have
haven't-
they
yeah,
used to have the
haven't-
bleacher bums, which was all like the
Yeah.
factory workers.
Oh yeah, yeah.
All the not rich guys who
now
like
it's
the
like
Cubs.
uppity.
No way.
Now it's like a bunch of bros with no shirts.
Come on.
And I'm like, see, you guys are going the wrong way.
See, dude, right field.
That's
in-
not what
right
you
field
need
in
out there. You need the
Cincinnati.
people who've been going there forever for the cheap seats, and they probably raised the price too, right?
Oh yeah,
Kidding me right now?
It's also the second most.
How good is
expensive
right
beer.
field in Cincinnati though?
It's great. The moon deck,
Or like deep left field, up top left field
the outfield in Edgar Micken Park, ballpark.
is a different.
I like to sit in the
it's
grass there in center field one
I've never
time.
been there. We'll have to go sometime.
Come on, dude.
Yeah.
It is
Open
a,
invitation,
It's a magical
We'll
place.
go when the White Sox play. That way, I don't have to be around the Cubs.
I'd be into that.
Some
dude.
interleague play.
Oh, dude,
Oh,
we
trust
can
me. That's
scream
why
at
we
Cubs
hate them
fans.
so much. I think is
Because they
growing
come to
up
our
in Cincy,
city,
and they do
come
travel
to
well.
My fucking stadium.
Yeah, the Cubs travel well. The fans, and they'd be in Cincinnati every
But do
time
they-
they're there.
Let me ask you this: I know what you mean by they travel well in terms of they show up,
Right.
But do they travel well, as in respect the ballpark and the
Not
game?
at all. No,
Or
no,
are
no.
they
God,
real
no.
bad?
Yeah, no, that's the thing. They're yelling at you. They're not really watching, and you're like,
It's
get
not
the
your
fuck
house.
out. Yeah, this is not your stadium.
You can do it at Wrigley. You can,
Of
do
course,
it. You
'cause
can
it's
be
your-
obnoxious.
it's your
It's your
stadium,
house.
Yeah, but then they come into it's just annoying. And then the
I know
thing
how you
the thing
feel.
that
I
I
can
say
respect
about
it.
so I don't like the Cubs and I don't like the Cardinals, and that's just
We can
interdivision
totally
rivalry.
agree there.
The
on
thing
everything
fuck the
about
Cardinals.
St. Louis is
the
the
one
worst.
the one thing I will say about the Cardinals though I've found their fans are a little bit more tolerable because mostly they know baseball. The team though, I hate the individual players. Like if Yadier Molina, I've said this before, if he passed away tomorrow,
I'd be okay.
I'd be fine. I'd bounce back fine. I'd wake up a little bit more chipper. And I know,
all right.
I'd be, I'd probably be listening.
You're not. I get it. You're not wishing it on him.
I
You're
would
just
never
saying-
wish anything
you're just
like
saying it
that.
wouldn't
on
hurt
him.
Hey,
your
if it
feelings.
happened,
You wouldn't be more.
I do not like Yadier
You get
Molina.
there'd be no
at
tweet
all.
from you.
I'd be okay.
I wouldn't tweet.
I'd be okay.
I wouldn't
There'd be a
tweet
lot of radio silence on
Yeah.
that issue.
yeah.
And the Cardinals, the individual players, I hate really a lot. But then their fans are stupid as fuck too.
You started this with. I
Yeah.
can respect their fans.
I respect most of their fans.
Later on, they're
More-
This stands.
Dude,
their
because
fans
I
are
saw
stupid
on
as fuck
Twitter,
too.
On Twitter, dude,
That was
somebody
awesome.
saying
The
when-
turn, the arc,
So
the Walter
Cueto-
White arc.
Cueto
Sorry.
just got traded to the Royals. All right, and so these Cardinal fans live in Missouri, and they're commenting on it. I saw it on Twitter. If you ever follow this dude, it's called Baseball's Best Fans, and he ironically is called Baseball's Best Fans because he retweets stupid things that Cardinals fans say.
Dude, I bet.
And dude, this
Only
Cardinals
Cardinals-
fan
Ooh, I
say-
like that.
It's actually a really good follow because Cardinals fans are just only Cardinals fans.
That's too bad.
because they're the
He's missing out on a real solid
I
market
know,
in
right?
Chicago.
I know, but Cueto got traded to the Kansas City, and somebody was saying, Cueto, I'm never rooting for Kansas City anymore because Cueto's a scumbag for ending Jason
Kicking
LaRue's
Jason LaRue.
and kicking him. It's like, you know what? Fuck you. He was
What did he do?
backed into a corner in that huge brawl with Brandon Phillips and Yadier Molina like 5 years ago,
Okay,
probably.
I vaguely remember.
He got
Dude,
pushed up against the netting.
Dude, he was
Yeah,
Luke, he was
he
Luke
kicked him in the
Kane
head.
kicking, like bicycle kicking it, but he was pushed up against the wall.
Guy pinned him though.
Dude, he was pinned by like the
guy-
whole fight.
Okay,
The
well
whole
then
fight.
you know what?
And he's kicked.
I feel bad. I don't want him to get kicked in the head, but he got kicked in the
Kicking
head.
Jason Lure in the head, and he ended his career.
He's like 37.
What do you mean he ended his career?
Fuck Jason
Yeah,
Lure.
his career
He
was
a
over,
rat.
if you ask me.
His career was over when he left Cincinnati.
I can't believe I didn't know about this. What do you mean it ended his career?
He had a concussion.
He had a concussion.
And he was like, dude, he was
He's like 37 years old.
37 Yeah. He was old as shit.
Backup
anyway.
catcher.
So what you're telling me is they just needed a reason to cut him.
Yeah.
He got kicked in the head. They
No,
called
he
it
really did
concussion.
get a
He did
concussion.
kick-
He
he
caught
kicked
him
him in the
real
head.
nice right in the
Well,
head.
go back
And-
people into a corner
Cleats,
if you're not
yeah.
going to get hit.
That's what I'm saying.
Thank you. This is why you're here. This is good stuff.
Dude, he is backed into a corner. You know, nobody puts baby in the corner.
Dude, you back a wild animal into a corner, it'll kill you.
Johnny Cueto was a wild animal.
Or Dominican.
Hit a
You know what I mean?
dude, he
A
has a,
Dominican.
Is
he's
he
the guy
serious
with the,
right
he's
now?
the guy with the real long hair, right?
Oh,
he
yeah.
just
Looks like
got-
Predator.
He just got traded, too.
He's
It's been
no
a tough
longer with
week.
the Reds.
It's been a tough week.
The Royals, though,
now
they
in
stacked.
the
Didn't they get like Zobrist?
Zorbers, yeah. And then
Dude,
they
they're
got,
making a move.
You know what? And you know what they play? They are loose. Those guys look like they just like playing with each other, and the Royals are good, man.
As upsetting as it is that Johnny Cueto is no longer red, I'm happy he's with a team that I actually can tolerate.
Totally.
I root for the Royals. I was rooting for him last year in the playoffs, and then also
So did I.
I was. Were
No,
you,
I know you were. I was not. But
you're rooting for the Giants. I don't like the Giants at all.
I don't know.
He just, you know what? He just made his decision.
Yeah, and
Let him live with it.
You know what I mean?
and I hate the Giants.
I do too.
it's clear.
I just didn't really
How
like
are their
the.
fans? I'm waiting for you to come full
Giants
circle on
fans,
it.
Giants fans are a little spoiled.
I
They're
don't like the
a little
Giants.
spoiled.
They're very nice people. I like everything
I
they
have
have to
actually
say.
a lot of pretty good friends that are Giants fans, and they're usually okay.
But that's why they're only pretty good friends.
Yeah, right. They're
They'd
not
be very
amazing
good friends
yeah.
if they had a better
Now they've got
They
the
were
Golden
Reds
State
fans.
baseball situation.
the Golden State Championship too. San Francisco is thriving right now.
You know that it took me. This was embarrassing. People like Golden State Warriors. I'm like, where are they from?
Where's this
Like,
Golden
you guys
State you
please-
speak of?
Can you please just admit you're from Oakland?
Meanwhile, the outline of the
That
state-
is true. It's like so you live in Oakland.
You guys
That
The
is
Oracle?
a funny thing to avoid saying. They're
like
from
why? You have
Oakland,
the
though.
Oakland Raiders. You can't be the worst franchise
Right.
there.
Well, they
The
were trying to get the whole
Oakland
Oakland,
Warriors.
San Francisco area.
San Francisco's got the Giants. They don't need a basketball team.
You're
I'm
not
just saying-
wrong.
I'm
You're
just
not
saying,
wrong.
you know, they got the 49ers.
Be the Oakland Warriors.
Be the Oakland
Yeah.
Warriors.
Be who you are. Your stadium is in Oakland.
You have two Oakland teams, and it'd be the Raiders and the Warriors.
And be the New Jersey
great
Giants.
Those
team.
are two badass
It's
names.
a great theme. Maybe
Meanwhile.
even just bastardize the Raiders logo and put it on your jersey. Take the eye patch off, you know?
That'd be good.
A Raiders logo on a basketball team, dude. That's what the NBA needs.
The silver and black's a good
Crossover
look.
jerseys.
Some fucking pirates.
Just saying.
The Raiders.
You heard it here first, so. I
It's a
will
good
sue
idea.
the hell out of the NBA.
On the Brothers
yeah,
Turner.
when they figure out that this is the play.
I'm sure they're listening. Adam Silver loves the Brothers Turner podcast.
He does actually. He's tweeted
Let's
us.
hit him up on Twitter for like weeks to get him to listen to one
Hey, bro.
episode.
Specifically this one.
That'd be good.
And also 45 minutes in. Get past the Chicago banter.
Great city.
Great city.
It's a beautiful city.
Really
Great
Other than
music,
that,
great food.
What was I
Half
going
the
to say?
baseball fans are amazing.
Half of them. The what was
Drinking
the
town.
other
That
thing?
is a drinking town.
Where?
Chicago is a
lot of-
drinking
Oh, Chicago. That's all you do.
town.
A lot of Irish.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're Irish.
Founded by Irish people, dude.
Was
absolutely.
it really?
I'm fairly, you know what?
It feels more
I feel-
Italian now.
Well, there's a lot of Italian.
A lot of Italians.
But I think Italian was
Polish.
A lot of
people?
Polish. It's a
Polish.
mixing pot, Michael.
It's a melting pot.
Melting pot.
Mixing pot works too, but
Yeah.
I prefer melting my pots. Not
I've
mixing.
heard-
And if I'm going to a restaurant, I'm going to the melting pot. That's for
Amen.
sure.
I'm
Fondue.
sure there's a good amount of Puerto Ricans there too. And
Yeah.
Oh,
Dominicans.
certainly. Yeah. African Americans. They've got everybody there.
You know, El Chapo is running things in Chicago too.
Probably.
He's forcing all those drugs out. They call it Chirac now.
Excuse me.
They do.
Yeah,
Have you? I've not heard this.
Chirac
What they're calling it? Chirac?
Yeah,
because it's
like-
a war zone.
Jesus.
Well, the South
Killing
side,
more
the
people
South
than
side
they-
is a huge war zone.
They're killing more people in Chicago than any other city.
It's bad.
and it's not even a competition.
Dude, what was it like?
Oakland's slipping?
Dude, I know Oakland needs. They had that
Oakland
protest.
You
needs
start
step
killing
up.
more
They had
people.
that
Yeah.
protest.
Well, they
remember?
gotta just kind of focus on who are we and why are we here, and then
What's
get
our
back at
rep
it.
for years?
Wasn't
yeah.
that like what? Like a couple years ago, they had one of those Occupy protests.
in
remember-
Chi-Town?
Those are big.
Remember in Oakland, and it kind of got out of hand, and they burnt some buildings down. Ever since then, they cooled off.
Yeah. When the government
bitches.
gets involved, and then they're like, "You've got to
The
ratchet
government tried to get
this
involved in
down."
Chicago, and we
If
got
Flint,
Chirac.
Michigan was bigger,
Yeah.
they'd be up there.
What's up?
Flint, Michigan, if they were a bigger city.
It is crazy. Honestly, every
Per
weekend
capita,
you are
though,
reading
they don't
more
know.
about, or like
Per
17
capita,
people
they got
killed in
solid
Chicago.
numbers all
They do,
over.
yeah. Flint per capita is killing it. in every sense of the word.
Yeah.
That is a weird thing about Chicago. Like, my friends live on the north side, and I'm sure I feel like a lot of people don't even think about what's going on the south side.
You can't.
You don't even
It's
go
too-
down there.
I
It is a
think-
class thing.
I think it's definitely a class thing, but I think what's also sad is that, like, and I don't know, I don't live there, so I don't experience it every day.
Right.
But I always wonder if maybe there's, like, more fear than there needs to be. Maybe the south side's brutal. I mean, I'm not saying it's not brutal.
Southside, you'll catch a stray, dude.
You
will catch
will,
a
dude.
stray.
Chief Keef.
Yeah.
Chief Keef doesn't
dude.
exist without the streets of the south side.
No.
I've only driven through it. I've not spent any time on the south side
Nobody
of Chicago.
stops.
But it is true. It doesn't even look like where you end up on the north side with your friends and River North and all that. You're like, this is incredible, but it is nothing like when you're driving through on the south side. It looks nothing like it.
I took a bus through there once. I took the mega bus.
You took
Jesus Christ.
public transit
The
bus?
No,
Oh,
the mega
God.
bus.
Good
is like
Lord.
I was like, dude, you
Kidding me right
must
now?
have said like 50 rosaries
Oh,
before
I
you
took,
got on there to be alive.
And then I flew
Counting
into
all of them.
if you fly into
Midway.
you're in the
South side.
I think in the south side.
Midway, you get a good taste, I think, of the
Yeah,
south side on the way.
I know that once I had to get on the train from Midway one time
Took the orange line?
You had to get on the Metro?
on the
Like
orange
CTA
line.
thing?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And that was tough.
That's a tough train.
Tough look.
You were on the orange?
I think that's the one that goes out of
From
the
Midway,
airport,
that's the orange
yeah.
line, I believe, yeah.
It's a tough.
Then you go the orange line to the red line. And the
don't
red
know.
line was tough.
I took the blue line to O'Hare. That was terrific.
There you go.
You're out on
I
the
don't
highway.
remember-
It's nice.
I don't remember the line number.
It really is. Yeah, look at that. Blue line
Some
was
of those
great.
are tough.
Brown line's not bad.
No, I don't
Brown
remember.
line's great. Gets you where you need to be. Red line.
Brown line.
Red line's good.
There's some tough trains in Chicago.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. You're leaving Wrigley, and it is a booze cruise situation.
I've never
Yes.
been there as an
And
adult.
you're
need to
getting
be
on
there as
the
an adult.
trains. It's crazy.
Dude, the north side makes a big deal about people having a good time.
Yeah, they want you to
Well,
have
they
a good
commit
time.
to it,
Hey,
which I respect.
and I'm okay with that. I want to have a good time, Chris.
Yeah. I can't doubt you.
You know what I mean?
Blame you. It's really what I was looking
I
for.
don't doubt you, and I won't blame you.
That's what I was trying to say.
I get it.
You're the inspiration, man.
You are the inspiration. What else was I going to say? There was a lion that was killed. Did you guys see this?
That's a tough look.
What happened out there?
This guy's an asshole. This
A
guy from
dentist from
Minnesota, a dentist
Minnesota?
from Minnesota, paid $55,000 to go to Africa. And this
Zimbabwe, right?
Zimbabwe, yes. This lion, Cecil
Not
the
just
Lion.
Africa, but Zimbabwe. That is true. That's
Well,
a different jungle.
I think it's fair because not every African country is real crooked like Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
Obviously, is.
Obviously,
also, the
Zimbabwe's got some
terrain in
issues.
Morocco, not
Not
what's
similar,
going on
yeah.
in
South
Zimbabwe.
That's
Africa
Sahara.
is not a
That's Sahara.
North Sahara.
Sahara.
Sahara. Okay.
But flew over there, $55,000 he paid. These people baited this lion, Cecil the Lion, who's like a very popular lion.
Cecil. You think it's Cecil?
Cecil. I'm going with Cecil Fielder.
I don't know the regional
I think it's Cecil.
I
pronunciation.
think it's Cecil.
The
Cecil?
lion?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, lion. Cecil was a Tiger. Played for the Detroit Tigers for years.
That's a great point also.
Phenomenal point.
Yeah. He hit one
So
out of the
we'll go with
stadium.
Cecil, then.
Yeah, I think he
Cecil.
hit one of the lights there at Tiger Stadium back in the day.
He was big enough where he could have been a Detroit Lion as well.
Yeah, that is true. Big butt on that guy. But flew over there and he paid some people to bait this lion to leave. First of all, to leave the park, the preserved area that they live in.
Yeah,
to
nature
leave that area
preserve.
because that's the thing. He's a piece of shit. Knowing I can't kill the guy and kill this lion in here. Let's bait him. Get him outside
Get
the
him
lines where I
outside the
can kill him.
illegal hunting
Fucked
zone.
up.
And then not even really hunt him. They wait till night, shine a light on them, where when you shine a light on like a lion or something like that, they look at the light and they're like mesmerized by it, so they don't move. Shoots him with the bow and arrow, doesn't kill him, has to track him.
The
They waited
arrow
like
just
40
injures him.
miles or
Yeah.
something, and then shot him.
Did they drag the lion?
No, the lion
No,
was
he
running
just let him
away.
walk away wounded.
Yeah, and he's bleeding,
They
so they're
chased the
tracking
lion.
him. They're tracking him. Not chasing
It's
him,
not
but I
called
mean,
chasing, dude. It's tracking.
yeah. So they're not like running after the lion and it's 10 yards
They're
ahead of
riding
them.
in a Jeep, air conditioning, waiting for it to get so
Yeah,
weak.
Big
right.
bad lion,
Shot.
right.
You're right.
And they got there and killed it,
Dude,
cut
didn't
its
they
head
went
off.
Point blank on this lion?
He pretty much. I mean, I wasn't there, but he probably was super close.
Yeah, I would imagine it got pretty
Some
close.
cowardly shit. So what are we going to do with this guy? So it's now, and then you find
He's in
out
hiding.
an American, and you're like, God damn it, he's in hiding with that burp,
Dude, you know what? Though? He's in hiding.
He's in hiding
because he had like a mob that wants his head, dude.
We should kill this guy.
You know what?
We should put him in a
We should do
thing with some lions.
The Hunted, dude.
The Hunt. Yeah,
Most
that's what we're
dangerous
talking
game.
about. We should make him. We should put him in, and we should videotape it.
Dangerous game.
Don't you think? As a that'd be
Put him in
that
there
would
with
make
no
sense.
weapons, no nothing, naked.
No weapons
With a
I
lion.
like. You wouldn't even give him like a Swiss Army knife.
I'd put him in there naked as hell.
Okay.
With a raw, like
Dark.
with a full cooked chicken.
In his hand.
Yeah, in his hand. That's
Can't
it.
drop
Or
it.
lathered up.
You got to hold on to the chicken the whole
Lathered up
time.
in
in some grease or something.
No, like in sheep's blood.
Yeah, and it's dripping and
Oh
shit.
my God.
Dripping everywhere.
No, man, sheep's blood.
Nah, dude, you gotta really something he wants. You know?
All right.
Yeah, and he's like
So-
licking his chops
And he's
outside
got
that.
a tracking system in him,
Certainly.
too, so we know where he's
So we
at.
can follow him, make sure he stays. Make sure he doesn't go into the illegal hunting zone.
And then we
Exactly.
put him in that area where they filmed Ghost in the Darkness.
Yeah, and a lion shoots him with a bow and arrow.
Those lions need to get his
Those
ass.
lions need some serious revenge.
You
That's
think
a
those
good movie.
Are those lions still alive?
I've
That
seen
was
it.
the
Speaking of Chicago, the
1940s.
real lions are at the Field Museum in Chicago.
True. True, I guess.
You know what? You're not wrong.
I know I'm not.
not
I've seen
wrong.
them.
You're not wrong. You're just off topic.
I'd like
Speaking
to
of
see
the
this
Ghost
guy.
in the Darkness.
Wouldn't it be nice if he could die being maimed by a lion?
Oh, it'd be great.
You know
Can't
what?
we figure that out?
No,
I
you
feel
know
like
what?
Zimbabwe's government can get that done.
No, Zimbabwe's government can't even keep 2 trackers from taking a bribe and sneaking a lion.
I know,
55K
but what if we
feeds their
helped
whole
them?
family, though. They don't know anything
No, here's my
for
I'd
years.
do a lot for 55K.
Here's my problem. I want to say this. I thought about this a lot. I had a lot of fun.
Would you get? Would you?
But
55K, I'd do a lot.
I'd do a lot.
I thought to myself, you know what? I'm going to try to give, in my head, I said, let me try and give this guy every benefit of the doubt, right?
Right.
Okay.
Maybe he really did believe
The
he was-
dentist dude that wanted
Yeah.
to kill this lion.
Maybe he really believed he was paying $50,000 for a legitimate legal hunt, right?
Okay.
Right. Okay.
Because that's what they told him. We have all the permits. You're cool. You can hunt, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, okay, so let's say it's totally legal, and he goes over and he kills this lion, and then finds out like the dudes he was working with lied to him. You know, we don't have permits.
It's a sham.
Right. And then I said, does that change my perspective on him?
What's the answer?
And my answer is no.
No,
Because
it
he
doesn't.
killed.
Yeah.
There's
At
no
the end of the
reason-
day, he killed this lion. Like,
At the end of the day, he did not hunt this lion.
that's what pisses me off. He didn't hunt
He
the
didn't
lion.
He just
no
had some
hunting.
guy go shine a light on him.
Dude, he executed a
And
lion
also, if
that
he
didn't
hunted-
know it was in a fight.
If he
Yeah,
hunted who's killing lions? Why would you want to kill a lion?
lions are the
Is that-
shit, man.
I kill a deer. Kill a deer.
And then
Kill
you know
deer.
what?
If you need to
Kill
eat,
more deer.
Actually, here's the thing.
Yeah.
A guy I work with from Minnesota, who I was giving shit to all day long because he's from Minnesota, I was just lumping him in.
Well, yeah,
About the
now
tiger?
that-
Yeah.
Now my generalization.
Anybody from Minnesota is a lion
love
killer.
to just murder.
But
endangered
he
species.
said, he was like, listen, man,
Big
I'm a hunter.
fans.
He was like, I've hunted my whole life. But anytime I hunted, it was for deer. And we would have that deer and we'd freeze it and cut it or cut it up and
Oh, you
eat
get
it. We
some
literally,
jerky out of it.
it fed us for the entire winter. He was
Get
like,
some
I understand
raw
hunting
jerky out of
there,
it.
but I
That's
would
what
never
I'm
hunt a
saying.
lion.
I don't necessarily have a problem with that guy hunting for food.
No.
No,
Not
I
at
got
all.
no problem with anybody hunting. For
You know,
a good
especially because like, didn't Congress say we don't even have to know where our food comes from now?
reason. God,
no
I think
country of
that
origin
sounds like
labels?
something that Congress would say.
They did. So I want to know where my food comes from. I'll just go get it myself.
You know what the opposite of progress is?
No,
Congress. Hey yo,
way too true.
I know.
That was the
Good.
realest thing.
Pro
to
and
say.
con.
Yeah, really said
Pro and
thing you
con.
said in years.
I know. I read that somewhere. Yeah, fucking.
I read it.
I read that somewhere. I don't know. This guy, I feel like he should be maimed by a lion, and we should watch it.
That'd be cool.
I'd be
Pay-per-view
cool
or
with
something
that.
like that? Yeah. I'd pay $55K to watch something like that.
We should help Zimbabwe kind of
Pay
fund
per
it.
view, dude. It's gonna be a better fight than the one Mayweather Pacquiao.
Yeah, that was a horrible fight.
Oh, a lion versus a man would
Yeah.
be better than that. Yeah.
Lion versus that guy. No
Crazy.
hugs,
Now, is the
no
lion
hugs
and the
against
man, are they in a
ropes.
cage?
Shouldn't-
Or is it an open
No
range
poking,
area?
No
What
poking
about,
and,
what about
and
that?
run.
What if you know, like, without a shadow of a doubt, that, like, I'd like to, this is me, if I'm running for office, I'm saying, if I know, if there's 100% evidence that somebody, like, touched a kid or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about put them in with a lion or a bear.
Oh,
and then
sure.
we get to watch them die.
Yeah.
Well, can't we do that?
No, we can't.
The Roman, didn't somebody do that with Christians?
The Romans, maybe?
I was gonna
That's
say the
right. I
Romans,
was thinking, the Romans.
but
Tigers and lions.
I'm just saying, I
And they had
like
them-
where your head's at in the anger aspect,
Right.
but I think maybe don't kill him right away.
Well, the
Let him
nice
try
thing
to
is,
Slow death.
try to
the
help
nice thing
themselves.
is,
Slow death.
they
No, let 'em
might
try to
they
help
might try to
themselves.
survive though. They could
If they-
survive,
That's their fault.
and then
That's
it's, I
your
guess,
prerogative.
Bobby Brown.
Yeah. It all comes back to Bobby Brown.
Everything in life can really just be distilled down to Bobby Brown.
It's your prerogative. Well, any closing thoughts, guys? I think this has been a strong hour.
Mel Gibson is 59.
We
We,
were
didn't
talking
even
about-
really
yeah,
bring up
actually-
the number 59.
Yeah,
That is
we
the
can-
59
you know what?
podcast.
Yeah, and we could go a little longer. I feel like we've been. Sometimes we try to stick it to an hour. You guys can listen a little longer here. It's episode
There's
59.
a third guy. You need a couple extra minutes.
Yeah, we need a couple extra minutes for Centanni.
extra people, extra minutes. That's how it works.
We do. It is episode 59. So we were. Well, first of all, number 59 was pretty weak. London Fletcher comes to mind.
Yeah.
Which I don't
Todd Jones.
Big,
To
important
me,
to
it was important.
very important.
Nice setup, man. 8th inning guy.
That guy.
Oh,
Solid 8th inning.
he was a closer for a little bit for us.
Which, by the way, though, what a totally underappreciated
Oh,
role.
huge
Dude,
role.
8th inning guy
Huge
is so
role.
Setup man.
I love a good 8th
A
inning
good
guy. dude.
championship team has a
You need a
setup man.
humble guy who's going to know his role and dominate in that role.
Who's the
Dude.
guy for the Nationals?
He just got mad.
He was
Storen
their closer,
Clippard.
and then they got Papelbon.
Storen.
is mad. Or what did he say? He said, I have no comment.
Well, you know what?
Because
Wouldn't you-
Papelbon's coming to
Papel-
town.
yeah.
When they
so-
said Papelbon's our closer, wouldn't you be a little bummed? The dude's putting up huge numbers.
He is.
But what you do is you say, you know what?
Papelbon had a clause though. If he got traded, he's like, I'm not closing somewhere. I'm
Did
not
he?
being an 8th inning guy. That's what
But
he
that's
said.
what I'm saying. So this
What a
guy should
clause.
look at
Hell of
this
a
as like,
clause.
we got a chance to win a championship, and every champion has a setup man.
Exactly.
Let
Why
me
don't you
go
be
into
the
that
best
role.
setup man ever?
It's all a matter of
And
perspective. I
set
think
up everything.
a good manager's had that conversation. Hopefully, Matt Williams. This is a chance for Matt Williams to really step up.
Yeah.
Say, hey,
Matt Storen.
we need you. But at 59, yeah, Todd Jones. Todd Jones is amazing.
Yeah. Amazing, but he was good.
59. You said in the year 59 was important to you.
59, dude. The White Sox ended a 40-year pennant drought.
That's a
They
long time.
lost in the World Series to the Dodgers.
World Series, at least you got
But
there.
yeah, but we were having limited success. I feel like.
Yeah.
And then
My
what?
mind is
1909,
right.
you lost to the Reds, right? But it was the Black Sox scandal.
1919.
1919.
Yeah, but
That
we
was
were,
actually the
That
cloud.
was
over
Shoeless
you guys.
Joe.
but
Yeah.
we were a criminal
that was the
organization, pretty much at
Yeah.
that point. We were
And we
just-
thrived, and we got a pennant for that. Or we got a
Thank you.
World Series for that.
you're welcome.
9-game series.
Props
They
you
used to
guys
play
up.
back then.
9?
They used to play 9-game series back then.
God damn. We should
What a
get that
better
going
way to do
again.
it for the World Series.
You know what? That's not a bad idea. 9-game series could be fun.
I'd watch
a
every
lot.
game. I would watch every game.
It's
I'd
tough,
watch.
but think of the ad revenue. You could get the MLB to sell it.
I agree.
It's a 13-game
We've
World
got
Series.
a couple of good ideas. Change the Golden State Warriors to the Raiders.
Oakland Warriors.
Thug them out a little bit. And also, let's go back to 9-game World Series.
If it's not broke, don't fix it. You know, we
Exactly.
keep messing with stuff that was great.
But 59, what else were we going to say? Oh, 59-year-old actors. Sometimes we do this, the age of actors. Here, we've got a nice little list of 59-year-old actors. You guys want to run through some things here?
Sure.
All right, who's turning 59? And these are people that
Who's the person that we were like?
I think
"Man,
they
they're
are
59, but they died. We're pretty sure.
they're dead. They
great.
died at 59. That was
Rock Hudson.
Clark Gable.
Clark Gable.
I
Yeah.
think that's such a dumb thing to put on a list.
Because
I
then you're
agree. It's
confused.
very
He's
confusing.
59 years old. His
He died
corpse
in
is like
1960.
100 years old.
Yeah, this guy's
You're not wrong.
106
But he was
years
only
old.
aware of 59 of those years.
So they sort them by popularity based on the views of the celebrity. So number one, unfortunately, somehow, well, actually, it's not a shock. The number one most popular celebrity that's 59 right now, Kris Jenner is 59.
Oh,
he really?
God. Jesus.
She,
That's a she. That's the first she. That's the
which
wife.
is funny because the wife is actually got
dude,
a
I don't-
dude's name.
The thing
Caitlyn
dude,
is- yeah,
no,
the-
the thing
Caitlyn
is
is
the
her
new
I
girl.
don't know
husband.
anything about that.
Caitlyn
family.
Jenner is
They're-
her husband.
probably better
That's
off.
actually that's good. You're a
Kris
good man.
Jenner is the wife.
Yes.
the woman.
Kris Jenner.
And Bruce
Is
Jenner.
that the Kardashian lady?
Yeah.
Yes.
She's the mom on
Oh,
the show.
yeah. Yep.
Okay. Then I know her face. I don't know much about her.
Her gene pool is ruining America.
You know what? we're letting them.
Yeah.
That's not their fault.
It's tough. We keep paying them.
I agree.
They got to do them. So
We're talking about them right now.
that's what I'm saying.
You can either leave or live with it.
Pusha T. The artist who was on that track married one of the Kardashians. Kanye.
It's great
59
how full circle we've been tonight.
We're trying to connect some dots.
59 years old, dude. These next two are good ones, dude. Bill Maher's 59. I like Bill Maher.
Great show.
You guys like Bill Maher? You
Bill
like
Maher Live.
You know what? I do. I think sometimes he's a little. He's almost like a liberal Bill O'Reilly.
I agree.
Yeah.
That's almost what he's supposed to be, though.
Yeah, but see, I'm like, look, we can rise above that.
Just
we
be
can
you,
be more
man.
middle ground. We don't need to be so extreme all the time. But I'm
You
not
can
the guy-
either leave or live with it.
exactly, and I'm not a jillionaire like Bill Maher, so he's doing something right that I'm not doing.
This
He's
next dude,
complaining, but he goes back to that house in L.A.
Exactly.
Yeah.
59 years old, dude. Billy Idol.
Nice
English
day
rock
for a white wedding.
Rebel yell from a 59-year-old. You know,
He's still touring, I think, too.
dude. I told you he played the Winter Classic.
Yeah,
Hockey.
that's
Outdoor-
that's what you're talking about.
Dude,
the
they're
Winter
playing this
Classic.
outdoor hockey game once a year, and they're like, "Let's bring out our musical guests." And I was like, "Who could this possibly be?"
Right.
And then they're like, "Billy Idol." I'm like, this is not real. And then he actually killed it. He sounded great.
I bet he did.
Is he
Now,
still...
he's smart, though. He dyed his hair blonde early, and he just dyed that the rest of his life. He's Billy Idol. He never has to worry about gray hair or anything. Just
That
keep
was kinda
dyeing
sad.
my hair
Oh,
blonde.
yeah, I never
That
thought
was the
about
sad
that.
part, though. He still had like the kind of spiky jacket and
Okay.
stuff. I'm like, dude, you are old, but now I know specifically he was 58 or 59 years old.
Did he
at the
look
time.
old?
Yeah, you know, yeah.
He looked pretty leathery,
Yeah. I bet he's lived a hard life, I'm sure.
but still Billy Idol.
ridden hard.
Drinking.
ridden hard.
I bet he's
put away wet.
He's done some drinking in his day.
Oh, he is. He's a. I bet he likes gin. He looks like a guy that likes gin.
a lot of it.
That's a great
And
call.
a lot
yeah,
of it.
right. I was thinking bourbon. And first of all, he probably loves bourbon. But I'm saying he's a gin guy. I
Well,
think
that just
gin
goes
guy-
without
Off
saying.
the top, if you say, "Hey, what do you want?" Off the top, he said something with gin.
Yeah, Bombay.
Maybe even just gin.
Give me a Negroni.
You just throw
Bombay-
some ice in it.
Whoopi Goldberg, 59 years old.
Oh, man.
Really?
Eddie. Dude, you ever see the stupidest shit she says? I think John Oliver just had a clip of all the stupid things that Whoopi Goldberg's tried to defend.
On The
She was
View?
like, dude, she was so adamant on defending like Bill Cosby.
Oh, yeah. I'm
She
sure
was
she's
on Bill's-
moonwalking off that one, yeah.
Oh man, everybody is, dude.
Bill Cosby
Bill,
has
dude.
ruined his life
Well, he's lived a life that was a lie.
and the life of many young women.
Here's a good 59-year-old with a smooth soul, dude. Chris Isaac.
Oh, sure.
Do you guys have a stance on him?
Wicked.
It's good.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Gina Davis. Gina Davis, dude. Remember Gina Davis and
Oh, League of Their Own?
and who
Gina
else?
Davis is 59.
Gina Davis
She
is
still looks good
59.
at 59. I bet she does. She seems like a lady who might have aged real well.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what?
Like a
She could
fine
still.
wine.
I will tell you, she could still get it. As a 59-year-old, yeah, she could still get it.
I mean, I'm just saying. She seems like somebody who wouldn't have.
She could still.
She seems like somebody who would have kept
She'd
her life
be in
together, you know?
There's a
Not
couple of these that
Oh, yeah.
59-year-olds that would still get it, dude. Sheila Ward, Gina Davis,
Sheila Ward from...
the popular television show in the 90s, Sisters, you might remember. Also, a couple of bangers, dude. Here's a 59-year-old you're going to love, dude. Mel Gibson is 59 years old.
Oh, love that guy.
Hell of a
Man,
filmmaker.
He peaked at 49, but he is...
Braveheart was amazing.
He's got another movie coming out soon.
what's it about? What's the...
He's like directing a movie, dude. It's a World War II movie,
is it
Ooh.
really?
and it stars that kid who just got fired from being Spider-Man.
Donald Glover?
Andrew
Garfield.
Garfield.
Oh, okay.
And somebody
know if I
else,
love him.
dude, somebody else cool just joined it. Came up on my thing, and I was like, I didn't know this movie was happening, but it's way up at the top of my to-see list now.
Really?
World War II. I love World War
check.
II.
If you can
films.
do a good World War II movie. Did you see Fury last year?
I didn't see Fury.
Oh,
You would
Fury's
like
great.
Fury.
I'm sure, dude. I'm sure I would.
I was a
Just
little
didn't get to it.
wishy-washy on Fury right when I saw it. It's grown on me since I walked out of that film. It stuck with me more than I thought it would.
I like Fury a lot.
It was good, dude. Sheila Booth, the whole nine.
Dude, I like that guy.
You like a good World War II film?
I love a good World War II film.
Hey, you're a Saving Private Ryan guy, aren't
I
you?
love Saving Private Ryan.
I knew you were. Who's going left?
Who's going left?
Who's going left?
Everything about that movie is great. Oh, dude, Vince Vaughn just joined it.
Vince Vaughn just
really?
joined what? The Mel Gibson
The
film?
Mel Gibson World War II.
So he's directing it. Did he write it? He doesn't write films, does
I
he?
doubt he writes.
He does direct the fuck out of things. I doubt he writes.
But
You pig!
here's the thing. Yeah, exactly.
What do you
So,
call
Yeah,
that
he's
chick?
yeah. I don't think that.
but here's the
Just
thing,
let him
dude.
direct.
I'm just hoping that if Vince Vaughn shows up on set, he throws away his whole True Detective performance before
man.
he comes in the door.
You know what? So you've watched it.
dude, I'm behind.
Where are you at?
I'm at like season. Like I just
Episode-
finished that shootout.
I'm there,
episode
too.
4.
So,
I'm 2 ahead of you guys.
but dude, you know
And
what?
it doesn't get that much better.
I like Vince Vaughn. I think he's probably a cool guy,
I think his acting in it is good, and I think you'll see episode 5, his acting.
dude. Because good, it needs to. Because I'm
Don't
like
you-
so lost on him.
Don't you feel like he's in a different show, though? Aren't you
Yes.
watching True Detective and you're like, is Vince Vaughn in a different show than it's like a whole different, like, who are this couple?
Let me show you. When I watch True Detective, this is my whole thing. Wow, Colin Farrell is really.
I think he's
doing a
doing
great
well.
job.
I think he's doing well.
This guy really understands the spirit of what we're doing here.
Young kid is not doing that great, but
What
I think
Taylor,
Taylor
the
Kitsch,
dude from Battleship,
Yeah.
and John Carter. Well,
He's-
there you go.
yeah, I know.
He turned those two.
yeah.
I think the chick is doing all right though. Claire
Rachel
McAdams or whatever.
No,
yeah.
dude, I cannot.
You don't like it?
tolerate her.
Okay.
And
I think
it's
she's
not,
doing all right.
It's just I feel like she's trying to be McConaughey a little bit. I feel like she's trying
Maybe.
to be a little too brooding.
I
Just
don't know.
be
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. I
True.
feel you.
I feel like the entire show is trying to be way too season 1. It's not the same thing, and they're trying to
It's
be all
very
like
weird.
They should
metaphysical
embrace-
and
they should embrace that it was done after one. Do something completely different.
Yeah, like try to get away from it completely.
Yeah.
Like don't do
Maybe.
noir. Don't do noir.
Or
Yeah.
like try to just stick with 2 detectives.
Well, okay, but here's my problem. And this
They got
being
3
nitpicky,
people and then
but they did this in noir, True Detective. You know, second season, they're like, we're gonna make it gritty and dark. And the
Yeah.
first 2 episodes are directed by the dude who did the Fast and the Furious franchise.
Jesus.
Maybe not the guy to handle it. I'm not saying he's not capable.
maybe not the guy.
I'm not saying he's not capable, but you should have had a car chase in it.
Yeah.
Let him car chase once.
Yeah. And dude, I'm 2 episodes ahead of you guys, and I'm still sitting here like, what is going on?
Is it one of those shows?
Why is this
That's
like?
not what I needed to hear. Because
I know.
I watch and I'm like, damn,
There's
this is
something-
gonna come to a head.
but the
soon.
I hope at some
I'm-
point.
I keep
You're
there
on
was.
this- there's only
it's
8
tough.
episodes.
There's 2 more from where I'm
So
at.
they got
There's
2
2 more.
episodes to wrap up nothing.
There's some things. There's things that happen. No, there's something that happens in the next 2 episodes.
Is it
where
worth my time? Is it going to make me like?
I don't know.
I want to see where it
They
goes.
but I got so much like. I remember what season 1
feels
was,
like-
so I'm like, I have to watch.
It feels like season 1 knew exactly what it wanted to do every step of the way.
Season
And it
1
had
was
its-
so goddamn good.
and it had its mystery figured out. And it seems like season 2 is like, let's just throw up every smoke and mirror we can think of
That's yes,
to disguise you from what's happening.
right.
But it's coming off just very haphazard.
I think that season
Very well put.
yeah, it is very confusing.
Then again,
I think
I don't know.
everybody seems to like it.
Right.
So
No,
Well,
I know some people
I,
who do
I
not
don't,
like it.
I don't think a lot of people do like it. I think it's like how many side stories that don't draw into interest and add more confusion can we fit into one season?
now you sent that out on Facebook
I
or something, right?
yeah, I tweeted
oh,
that.
man, that was so funny.
Because it's like how many side stories that don't draw interest and add more confusion can we fit into one season? That's what I feel like True Detective is. Because it's like all like so at the end of episode 6, dude, there's something that happens, and then there's this other person that's drawn in. And they mention this person as if I'm supposed to know them, and I'm sitting here like, who the fuck is that? Who the fuck is this person? And they're like, and it's like a big thing. So
yeah.
in the next episode, that's where episode 7.
I'll wait until we're like not recording because I don't want to be the guy who spoiled it. But I want to ask you about something that happened in like the second or third episode.
That's what we call to those audience members a teaser that you're not going to ever know the end to. I want to ask you something off camera. Yeah, no, I feel you. You
know what I
can't-
mean?
Because you can't spoil it. I always hate to
because
spoil
if I
it.
spoil it,
People get mad.
Oh yeah,
Dude,
I've been mad before.
people get mad.
I've been mad.
do you
If
guys ever watch?
We
this is-
spoil 7 all the time on this.
If you haven't seen,
Because if you
I'll
haven't
say again.
seen
If you have
7,
not seen 7, fuck you. Turn the show off.
It's Kevin
Also-
Spacey. Also, Kaiser Soze, Kevin Spacey.
Oh man,
Came out in 95, guys. If you haven't seen it,
That's messed up. I wouldn't
Get
do-
out of here.
I wouldn't do that.
Yes, yeah.
He did it. Though,
I did
already.
it. No, you can't, dude. I will ruin. That's not a spoiler.
That's
People
not-
If
might
you
have
haven't
missed that.
seen it at this point,
When that movie came out, somebody was wearing these shoes brand new. these big
Fresh.
boots were fresh.
and
out
they
the
were
box.
excited, and they were like, "I wonder what this film's about."
They were like,
"Usual Suspects."
Smussbacks?
Smussbacks. I'm a big Billy Baldwin guy. Let's check this. Or no, Stephen Baldwin.
Kevin Pollak?
Is it Stephen
Steve
Baldwin? I'm a big Kevin
I'm
Pollak.
pretty sure
guy.
it was Stephen Baldwin.
It was Stephen Baldwin.
But
They're all the same.
you know what? We can do whatever we want, dude. It's your podcast.
Our parents
Be
aren't
whoever
here.
You want it to be.
Either way, dude. It has been
bookend it with
it is-
Chicago. something.
Yeah, we got to bookend it with Chicago. You guys, it has been a joy talking with everybody. Christopher Centanni, Chris Centanni. Do you go by, what do you go by
I
on
go
stage?
by either one. People usually call me Chris because it's easier.
That's true.
Got a long last name. Let's keep the first one short. You know
This
what I mean?
guy's amazing. You on Twitter or any Facebook or anything to plug?
It's actually just my name,
Chris
Chris
Centanni.
Centanni.
There you go. Chris
Fantastic.
Centanni.
Dude, thanks for being on.
Dude, thanks for letting me be the first guest.
First guest ever. And there will be more to come. We might we might bring Chris back. It's been a joy.
I would love to.
You know where we live now.
And I'll probably visit. It's a good vibe.
It's a good
I
vibe.
like that.
All right, we were going to bookend this with Chicago. Should we throw out some suggestions? I know we had talked about what to close it out
We
with.
started with the inspiration.
You're my
You're my
inspiration.
inspiration.
I mean, I'm down with anything.
I'm thinking we should do some of the older stuff with the horns.
25 or 6 to 4.
20, that's the one.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good one.
All right, and it has been written. Episode 59. It's been a joy, everybody. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm
Much
Mike.
love and respect.
Say goodbye, Chris.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. All right, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Peace.
Episode 60. We'll talk about 60-year-old people, maybe.
And Todd Coffee.
And Todd Coffee. Definitely Todd
Yeah,
Coffee.
definitely Todd Coffee.
We can confirm that. God bless.
Waiting for the break of day.
This has been another great presentation of the Four-Eyed Radio Network. You can catch more shows at foureyedradio.com.